Well, hello, my lovely people. I've got a very quick one for you today. It's more like a motto than anything else, and it is look beyond the lesson. And by that I mean the lesson, as in the class, the time period of 50 minutes, 60 minutes, or 90 minutes that we give our students. There's no reason why the fact that we work in blocks of 50, 60 or 90 minutes should stop us doing anything. But sometimes I think it does. Sometimes it limits our thinking. We fall into the trap of kind of, what can we get finished? What can we get done? Or I can't start this because we won't have time to finish it. Doesn't matter. We can stop and start infinitely. Really doesn't matter. I don't think our students mind at all. For example, I think it's better to ask ourselves, what do my students need to be able to do? And then just start. Imagine that we decide that our students need to be able to describe their street or, a small localized area of their neighborhood. So then we ask ourselves, okay, what will they need to be able to do that? They're going to need some input for describing buildings and streets and maybe neighborhoods. And then after that, they're going to need some time to be able to work with that, to maybe personalize it, produce a little paragraph on their own. And then after that, they're going to need some feedback. Maybe they need to come and sit with the teacher in our class within a class, clip number 9, I think. One of my favorites, I recommend it. Or to be able to read it out in open class and get some feedback from the teacher, if we have the sort of environment where they can read it out in a non-defensive way, which I hope we do. And then they need some chance to practice it, maybe to perform it, to record it, to read it to somebody, to start to memorize that and assimilate that language, internalize it. And then we start doing that. Whether we have to stop, and begin again in another lesson, or 2 more lessons, or 3 more lessons, doesn't matter. If we have to mix that in with other tasks, doesn't matter either. Similarly, a more simple example, if we've got a monster reading in our course book, let's say there's 3 massive paragraphs or columns, we don't have to do all 3 in one lesson. We can do 1 paragraph on Monday, 1 on Wednesday, and 1 on the next Monday or the Friday, whenever the next lesson is. We can break it up. Similarly, if we've done a reading, there's no reason we can't come back to it. Not in one lesson, in the next lesson, the lesson after that, in the lesson after that. We can come back to it any number of times. Hey, people, can you remember that reading we did? I'm going to read it to you again. Don't look in your books, just from your wonderful memories. And I'm going to stop when I come to the difficult words. I'm going to give you the first letter. Let's see if you can remember, the vocabulary that text was meant to be a vehicle to. Ready, steady, go. Looking beyond the lesson. So we can think forwards, we can think backwards. We can break content up. We can revisit content. We can repeat stuff. We can continue stuff. Look beyond the lesson. Strength and energy with your teaching.